Wilkerson. It is so nice to be on board the Malahini. Here I am in my home away from home. It's wonderful to see you, my friend, and great to be here.
Oh, Phil, likewise, man. Likewise. It's been a while. I think about a month and a half, 2 months since I was up in Long Beach. You came to see me this time.
That's
right.
A good thing. Yeah, it's time to come down here and do a podcast on the Malahini. The only thing that would be better than this is if we were out fishing right now. And I understand you're going to be doing that offshore stuff here real soon. In fact, a family trip, right?
Yeah, we're doing a family trip tomorrow, family and friends. We typically charter a 2-day boat, and it kind of fell through this year for whatever reason. So we're going to do it on the Malihini tomorrow.
I think that means you're not going to get any rest. You're going to be working.
You know, I seriously planned on when we do these 2-day trips, that's my vacation, if you will.
Right.
You know,
you get to kick back,
relax,
enjoy,
hang out with my granddaughter.
There she is. Can you stick your face in here, Cassandra? Come on over here.
Yeah, hang out with my grandbaby.
There she is.
Just chill out.
Cassandra, how are you?
I'm good.
Do you like fishing with Grandpa?
Yep.
He's the best, isn't he? Did he pay you to say that?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, well, good luck on this family trip.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Cute kid, and I bet she's one heck of a fisherman, like Grandpa.
You know what? I really. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy it because I do, but every time her and I get together and we go fishing,
You have a ball?
she schools me.
Cassandra, that's not
she
nice.
schools me, dude.
That's funny.
Last year we went on a 2-day aboard the Relentless, and we got into that Bluefin.
Yeah. I remember the
She
photos.
landed her 135, I think it was.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
135.
135. There was another girl named Bella on that trip. Her dad brings her out. I think she had a 130 or 135 as well.
Incredible.
You know,
I mean, look, I've been doing this for 50 years. Cassandra has a bigger bluefin than I've ever got.
she has to work at it though. I remember one trip we went on 3 years ago. We were sitting there, Clementi, and we're catching yellowtail. We had probably 80 yellows for the first day.
Wow.
And I had 5 combined weight about 25 pounds.
Wow.
She had 3 combined weight about 74 pounds.
Oh my God, you did school him.
She walks over to the bait tank.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
After she catches her second one. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at her and she's just staring at the bait. And I'm like, what are you doing? She looks at me and goes, shh. And I just looked at her. She bent down, grabbed her bait, pinned it on her hook, walked over to the rail. Just didn't cast it, just dropped it in the water, swam away from the boat. 30 seconds, Papa! That's all I heard. Her rod's all bent over. That was her third yellowtail for the day.
Oh my God, that might be elder abuse. You know,
I agree, man. Ain't no argument for me. But yeah, no, I really, really, really do enjoy hanging out with her. It's my fishing partner. You know, they live in Vegas. She comes out every summer. She stays. This year, they go home, I think she goes home the 4th or the 5th of July.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool, man.
It's part of what makes fishing so great is bringing families together, right?
Dude, she's been on this boat since she was 2 years old.
Oh, wow. You sound like my son Patrick, Cassandra.
Yeah, since she was 2, bro.
And Philip, for that matter. But yeah, I remember specifically having Patrick on my shoulders when he was 2 years old, jumping on half-day boats. And
yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm good with it, most definitely.
Good. And that same attitude that you are expressing to everybody right now permeates the deck when you're out on a fishing trip. You like this to be a family affair if at all possible.
It's got to be. You know, I mean, honestly, it's got to be. I want people, when they get on board the boat, honestly, to feel like they are at home.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because this is basically your home away from home for the next 12 hours of your day.
Yeah, right.
You know, and you get treated the way you'll get treated the way you treat people, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. If you have a positive attitude, you seem to attract people that have positive attitudes. You treat them right, you know, the golden rule, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. You know, and it's been a testament to, I think, the business as a whole. You know, we talked, you know, a couple episodes ago about, you know, what happened and how we lost our run at H&M Landing and this, that, one thing, the other, and the things that I went through personally with my health. And
very difficult, trying times.
Yeah, and to see where we're at today with COVID, with all this other crap that went on, you know, the
Yeah.
past 5 or 6 years. It's a testament to God, man.
Yep, I agree.
Honestly, it's a testament to God.
Nobody else could have got you through all that, right?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right, Bill, we've got to get into some incredible fishing here. But, and all of you out there, we're going to get into fishing and tips and what's going on with the bluefin and everything else. Before we do, though, I'd like to talk a little bit about the historic nature of this particular boat. It is absolutely historic, isn't it?
She was built in 1941. She was a World War II PT boat. The 657, the 658, the 659, and the 660 never saw service. They were completed I want to say May of 44. They were supposed to have been sold, January, February, March, April of 44. They were supposed to have been packaged up and sold to Russia. The war ended May of 44. So the deal fell through.
Oh, thank God.
They were then transferred to Port Hueneme and put into ship surplus. The 60, the 59 were then sent to Clementi to be part of the tow group, if you will, that tows targets and stuff like that.
Right.
They both got hit by shells and sank.
Oh my God.
They missed the targets but hit the boats. That kind of funny. The 58 was sent to, the 60 was sank. The 59 came back, and the 58, 57, 58, and 59 were sold to private people. The 58 and the 59 were then basically just sat around and dry rotted, if you will.
Oh, God. What a shame.
The 57 was sold to somebody in Oregon, and she was converted to a yacht. She was a yacht from 1949 to 1952. In 52, she was converted from a yacht to a sport fisher, or a commercial fishing boat.
Yeah.
From 52 to 59, she was a commercial fishing boat. In 1960, H&M Landing bought her. It was San Diego's first overnight 80-footer.
Was it?
Period.
Wow.
The very first one.
What year was that?
1960.
Wow. Was that Manny Silva?
No, I don't know.
He came
who
later?
owned it. Yeah, he came later.
Uh-huh.
And then from 1960 to 1972, she ran overnight trips. In 1972, she became the Coronado Island boat.
Uh-huh.
And from 72 to today, she's just been a fishing machine, man.
Wow, no kidding, man. It's such a great and it's a really interesting history, no question about it. And that bow, you hear it all the time. Is there a better bow to throw the iron on than the
I don't
Malahini?
think so. You know, we've been talking, my wife and I have been talking about redoing the galley and extending it. And there's pros and cons to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that sense, because I don't want to lose the bow, but the only way I can extend it would be
that way,
forward.
right? Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if I went forward 5 feet to where the bow bait tank sits right now, I think there'd still be enough room, you know, for guys to throw jigs to get up on the bow and throw.
Yeah.
But it'd be a little more cramped.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to do it, but eventually we're going to get around to extending the galley. The galley right now seats 15 or 16, 17 people comfortably.
Yeah, I would think.
You know, we have that bench seating up on the bow as well.
Right.
We also have the bench seating, you know, along the back bait tank where our fish boxes are.
Right.
Our fish RSW is. So, you know, we have plenty seating. We don't have bunks. We have bunks, but we don't utilize them because I'm not ready for that yet. I think the end of this year we're going to install bunks down below. Yeah. But I have to make some modifications to the access way to go downstairs because right now it's really narrow and it's steep, and I don't want people running up and down them ladders, and somebody fall and get hurt and injure themselves. That would screw everything up.
Somebody that's not coordinated like me.
Oh, come on now. I figure if we extend the walkway a foot or 2 feet this way, it'd give them about almost 3.5 feet, and then extend the stairs down, and then down again. So if they fell down the first set of stairs, they got a wall that they're going to hit.
Perfect.
You know, and then there's a wall, and then go down another set of stairs. And if you go down all the way forward, there's a space for 18 bunks in the forward compartment under the midship, which is underneath the set of seats here. There's also space for another 12 to 15 bunks there. So all my berthing would be forward, which is away from the engines, helps reduce down on the noise and stuff like that. And I think it would work out really well.
Yeah, me too. I think it would be a nice addition.
But yeah, it's cool, man.
All right. Normally, in my youth, when you go on a 6 a.m. boat, you got your fingers crossed for barracuda. You got your fingers crossed for some sand bass.
Yeah.
You got your fingers crossed for some calico bass, maybe a yellowtail, maybe a white sea bass. This is freaking ridiculous down here. Giant bluefin tuna.
Oh my God.
You leave at 6 in the morning and come back at 6 at night. You have a legitimate shot at catching the fish of a lifetime.
I believe so. I really do. We hooked 32 of them things, man.
Just recently?
Last Saturday.
Well, let's talk about that day. So talk to me about it. You don't have to say where you were. I mean, you might say.
Oh, everybody and their mama knows where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it's like it's no big secret now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We went out just down and inside the 4 1/4. I think myself and myself and the Mission Bell. Everybody else kept going south.
How many miles is that for you?
32 from the point.
That's not bad at all.
32 miles from the point, and we're cruising and I slowed down to turn my machines on, and as I turned my machines on, everything came up, and we're looking. We're like 12. I don't want to say that. We're like close to where we got bit, and it's funny because we fished the same area the Monday before, and we went 0 for 9 on that big fish.
People under tackled?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was crazy. I was like, wow, okay. And it's weird because last year, about the same time, that fish was there as well.
Yeah.
You know, that fish was there as well.
That's crazy.
And it's funny, we went 0 for 11 the first day. We went, I think, 6 for 14 the second day.
Wow.
This was a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and here
okay,
comes
well,
history
let's go
repeating
take a
itself.
look.
Yeah.
You know, I know for a fact it was here last year because on the boat. And we get up into the area, and I'm scanning around, and I'm looking at my machines. And all of a sudden, I see a shiner, if you will.
Yeah. You mean visually or on the...
Yeah, a shiner.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 or 4 fish. Okay. And it was marked by a bird. So I start heading that way. And we go in that direction, and all of a sudden I get your sonar makes a very, very strange noise when it's different from the normal.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
When there's fish present, and we call it chirping.
Uh-huh.
I got a chirp, and I'm like, okay, so I don't see it on the machines. And then I got a chirp, chirp, chirp. I still don't see it on the machine, so I adjusted my tilt down to 22 degrees, and as it came back from its sweep, the whole screen just...
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I said. This is
Yeah.
going to be a good one. So I'm following it, and it's swimming away from us, and I'm like, what the hell? So I speed up a little bit, and it gets closer and closer and closer, and it starts to go this way. So I turn the wheel, and I'm hitting the target button, and I turn the wheel back the other way, hitting the target button, and finally got it in front of us. It seemed like it disappeared. So I just pulled him out of gear, and as I pulled him out of gear, I look at my up and down, and it is a solid wall of bluefin tuna. I want to say 20 to 40 fathoms on my up and down.
Right underneath you.
Tell the guys to throw a scoop of bait. Brill another scoop of bait. Boat turns sideways. I turn back and I look. Volkswagen jumps out the water.
Oh God, like 200 plus?
Oh.
Sounds like?
Yeah, and the first thing comes out of my mouth is we're screwed. Well, because 2 days before that, they were catching 25 and 30 and 40-pound bluefin tuna.
Yeah.
Well, the tackle that I suggested that the landing give to our clients
was based on that.
Was based on that assumption.
Yeah.
Man, if you guys are coming fishing on this boat, listen to what I'm going to say. Bring the gamut. I have no idea what we're going to run into. I have no idea what we're going to run into. But if you're prepared, I think you'll do fine.
Yeah, but you're so right. I mean, this changes day to day, right?
It was crazy, dude. We slid into the spot. We're sitting there. Guys are dropping down sinker rigs, 8-ounce sinker rigs. What I mean by sinker rig is this: you have 60 to 80-pound fluorocarbon full spool, 25 to 30 feet of a top shot, 40, 50, 60, or 80-pound. Rubber band and a torpedo sinker. You wrap the torpedo sinker around the rubber band and tie it to your line, basically. When you get bit, that torpedo sinker is going to probably come off because it's not designed to stay on. I would suggest a number 2, 3, 4, 5/0 circle hook. Pin on your sardine. When you're on the boat, I'll let you know. I'm seeing fish anywhere from 20 to 30 fathoms, but I'll put it in feet for you guys. 140 to 240 feet. Typically, I'm dropping down 240 feet. I'm going to count to 60, and I'm going to let it sit. Engage the reel. When you get bit, you'll know. A lot of times you'll get bit. You'll get bit on the slide. I mean, not on the slide, but on the drop. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you have to sit down there and hold it. And slowly, after about 2 minutes, I slowly start to wind it back to me. As I'm winding it back to me, that fish is coming up. That bluefin is going to see it and maybe eat it. If you're back up to the surface and you haven't got bit, practice and repeat. The same thing again. If you're fishing that jig, if I tell you that fish is at 240 feet, I drop down to 300 feet and then wind it back through the water column, putting it back in free spool, winding it back through the water column, putting it back in free spool till I get to the surface. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you something else. Using a sinker rig, looking at the conditions as far as wind and how fast you're drifting is important. We're going out tomorrow, as a matter of fact, on a charter. I'm going to recommend to my guys that they use 16-ounce sinkers because I know the wind is going to be blowing.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have this. Oh man, I messed it up. Also, if you're going to use fluorocarbon, a gentleman by the name of Danny Wade told me this, and it makes perfect sense.
Danny Wade, the jig fishing
expert.
expert.
Jig fishing guy.
Yeah.
Did you know that fluorocarbon is more abrasion resistant?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah,
honestly,
absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And
well, we've got Opsin USA. Well, you've used Opsin.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Greg Brown taught me that. So, yeah, definitely.
I got something I want to read to you guys if I can. Real quick here. It's going to make a lot of sense when I'm done.
Is it a prayer or what?
No, it's about bluefin fishing.
All right.
It's
perfect.
about bluefin fishing.
Yeah, the fact that it's abrasion resistance.
Go to the Malihini Facebook page and look at the
yeah. Tell these people
thing I wrote. That's Malihini Facebook.com/Malihini Sport Fishing. I broke it down. To reel, line size,
great,
spectra, fluorocarbon, mono, and I think it made a lot of sense because these are things that I talked about because I had the experience myself.
Yeah.
From that trip on Saturday. Dude.
Yeah.
We went 4 for 32.
Wow.
4 for 32.
Does that kill you as a captain?
Oh.
Is it frustrating?
No, it's not frustrating. These fish are huge.
Yeah, yeah.
These fish are no joke. These fish were huge, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God.
We have no chance.
When I saw the Volkswagen come out of the water, I all I could say was, God,
We're screwed.
we're not prepared. Based off what I told the landing to give my clients, and it kind of bummed me out. But they had fun pulling on them, and we did manage to land 4. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say 2 of the guys had the right gear.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're never going to know what you're going to run into.
Yeah, nowadays it's incredible, isn't it? And it changes, right? I mean, you can't base this on yesterday.
Like running water, dude.
Yeah.
Like running water.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's important that you are prepared. It really is. It's important that you're prepared. And if anybody has any questions or anything like that, you know how to hit me up. I answer questions for free. That's all I'm going to say.
I think I can deduce from this that you do want to see people with fluorocarbon, right?
No, if you want to fish mono, that's fine. But make sure you have the right size mono.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That comes down to always, you want to get away with the heaviest you can fish, but they got to want to bite it, right?
I'm going to tell my guys tomorrow, you start with your heavy gear.
Yeah.
Period. You start with your heavy gear. I don't want to see nothing.
Define heavy gear for me.
130 Spectra, 125 to 80 pound fluoro or or fluorocarbon or mono.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
Big hook?
I'd say 3040 circle hook.
Yeah.
I'm big on fishing a circle hook when you're fishing the sinker rig.
Yeah.
I really am.
Uh-huh.
Dude, if you're going to saw me, oh my gosh. I can't describe it, man. I was so bummed. I wasn't bummed, but I was bummed.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I ain't going to lie. I was bummed. Because I took a lot of that. A lot of us losing fish, I'm going to take some of the blame for that.
You took it personally, it sounds
Yeah.
like.
I
Because you
took some of the
recommended
blame
that
of
gear?
that. Yeah. I thought we were going out there to catch 30 and 40 pound bluefin tuna.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out that way. They grew overnight.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know.
What a problem, Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it is actually a problem, but it's incredible that this is going on here. It really is. I mean, your days with Ray Sobiak and the great albacore bites and everything you've seen down here, I don't know if anything compares to this.
Big eye.
Yeah, maybe big eye,
The
right?
big eye.
But
Big eye bite
but
we had.
never had you didn't have 5 years of big eye tuna fishing that was great all the time.
We had 2 days of it.
Yeah, right.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, well, tell us about that.
Oh
Let's
my gosh.
take a little.
It's on the producer, as a matter of fact.
With Ray?
Yeah, we're 26 miles from home.
26 miles.
And we hadn't caught a fish all day long.
Were you going home?
And we're on our way home, and I'm sitting on the tank. I'll never forget it.
Boat line went bye-bye?
And then
I'm guessing.
we get a 4-way jig strike, and they're peeling off line. I yell hook up.
Are you fishing albacore?
We're fishing for albacore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I yell hook up, and I take a scoop of bait, throw it right off the stern, and Volkswagens jumped out the water.
Oh my God, you must have flipped.
We had 75 big eye tuna.
Wow.
That day. Ray Sobiak goes and grabs a lift pole.
Oh my God.
This is hilarious as hell.
He must have gotten his clock clean the way this story sounds
Lift
like.
pole, and he's sitting on there and he's telling me, I want you to throw the bait right here, throw the bait right here, throw the bait right here. Okay. Tossing one.
They start boiling
right there in the corner, dude. It was brown. It was brown in that corner for a good 45 minutes.
Wow.
He would drop the lift pole in the water with a bait on, get bit, sit down on the rod. Deckhand standing there with a gaff.
Boom.
Whacked it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Dude, it was funny.
Did one of them get his head on him or not?
No, did that about 4 or 5 times. And then he stepped, the deckhand went to go gaff another guy's fish. Ray slapped the bait in the water and the fish took it and he went to sit down on it. He didn't sit on it right. His butt started coming up in the air. I jump off the tank. I grab him by the back of his britches and pull him down. And he looks at me, got it! I started laughing. It was so funny, dude.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we gaffed the fish, put it on the boat. I think he did probably 14 that way.
Wow.
Dude, it was insane.
That's freaking insane.
We
And what
wound
grade
up
of fish?
It was all that 100, 130, 140 pound
Man,
fish.
That's incredible.
Big eye. It was straight big eye tuna, dude.
Wow.
We go out the next day.
This is in the fall, obviously, right?
I
More than
want to
likely?
say probably into September.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
it.
into September.
Yeah.
And second day we go out, and he was determined to stay in that area all day long.
You want a replay of that, huh?
Wanted with 120 of them suckers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were the other guys in the fleet getting them, or?
Didn't say a word to nobody.
You put on
Did not say a word to nobody. First night we get in, we come back in, we have them all tailed up on the back of the stern. It was sick, dude.
I can
It was
imagine,
sick.
man. That's a
It's
hell
like,
of a bite.
Wow, that was fun.
When was that? Like
this
what year?
was, God, I want to say
80?
2000.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that long ago.
2000, 99, 2000, something
Wait a
like
minute.
that.
That is 22, 23 years ago.
Yeah, it
God,
was a
when you
while
get
ago.
old as
Yeah.
I am, it doesn't sound that long ago.
Well, Ray sold the boat in 2004, 2005.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, unbelievable memory. But this stuff that's going on right now is pretty unbelievable also. What's the biggest bluefin you've caught on here?
On this boat,
Yeah.
219 pounds.
That's pretty crazy,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that was last year.
Yeah.
We had a 219, we had a 207, a 198, another 200, a 165, and a 98 all in one trip.
Oh my God, that's great.
That was fun, dude.
So Paul Burbank, you know Paul.
Yeah.
He's a guy that loves to come out here fishing.
Right.
And I know he's watching.
Hey,
he's
Paul.
sitting out there. Paul?
What's up, buddy?
So what do you want to say to Paul about that spinning rod and reel that you had to run up to the bow?
It at home.
Paul just went to, hey, see Island Fishing Tackle here?
Yeah.
He just went and got a brand new rod. He's sticking with that same little bit ancient reel, Paul. No offense, just making a comment. But
You won't be. Well, you might be using it. I don't know. Your trip's not till what? I think 22nd of July, right?
August and
July,
September.
August, and September.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, some of that mother pelagics have moved in. You know, that yellowtail on kelps. It's been spotty so far this year.
Albacore.
Yeah, right.
You not believe? You think they're like snipe now? They don't even exist, huh?
I don't think we'll see albacore this year, but then who knows?
Right. I
Who
mean, the
knows?
water's cool.
Yeah, who knows?
The right feeds on the beach.
It could be possible.
Darn it.
You
So
see anchovy?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, quite a bit of chovy around.
It's possible. I'm not going to say never.
I'm going to do my albacore I've already done the prediction, but I'm going to update it here in the coming
Okay.
days. I'm supposed to do it this week.
That'd
Sorry,
be interesting
everybody.
to see.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
That'd be real interesting.
Yeah,
to
because
see.
whatever I say, just go the other way. You know, like if you're in a casino, I bet on black, go red.
Oh,
you
you're funny.
can't lose.
I like that. You're funny.
You can't lose, Bill. So Paul, I mean, he likes fishing that spinning reel. Like you said, if we start like that phenomenal Dorado trip we had, you
Dude, that
remember
was
one?
insane. That was a blast.
We had so many great trips last year with you.
I think there was 2 times that, since I've been running boats, that I've seen Dorado charge the boat.
and
It
that was one of
crazy.
them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went down with the camera, it's on
Yeah.
camera. People can
That
watch
was
it.
crazy.
They
I was
were
like, oh
like-
my God, shoot a paint off the boat.
I know. And that kelp, as we were rolling up on it, all of a sudden you see fish
Oh yeah,
jumping. And we're like,
Jumpers.
oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep. Most definitely, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was a great trip. And but you literally had to go up to the bow with Paul. I'm not picking on Paul. I'm just, and you had to splice his line into
yeah.
because he was running out of line.
Yep.
Right? He didn't have the
Yep.
line capacity.
He's run out of line.
And maybe you could tell people how quickly you have to act in that kind of situation, or it's bye bye.
Well,
and,
you know,
and he
it's,
caught an 80-pound fish. It was beautiful.
it's, I don't know. It's just when I see someone struggling with their equipment, it bothers me. But then you have those people, not you, Paul, but you have those people who insist on using their gear, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, right. Whatever
You know,
they want
I'm
to do.
cool with that. At the same time, when you know, myself or my crew make a suggestion, we're only doing it to hopefully help you maximize the opportunities that are given.
Yeah, right.
You know, you want to fish with a coffee grinder, then fish with a coffee grinder.
Yeah.
You get spoiled, don't blame us.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not. Paul actually does. He went out and bought a new. I think he bought a bitch and Daiwa reel, so he's ready.
man.
I think he's got both. So if he sees that it's a smaller grade,
Yeah.
or then he can go back and forth.
I'm going to tell my charters, you know, when we go out to fish, guys, leave your bass rods in the rail.
Yeah, right.
You know, I says it's much easier to hook a smaller fish on bigger tackle and land it than it is to hook a big fish on small tackle.
Yeah, right.
And not land it.
Right.
You know, if we get into a bite and we see that it's somewhat consistent and, okay, they're biting 80 pound, stay with the 80 pound. You know, don't go down in line size.
Hell no.
Why?
Pardon me.
You know, now then there's times where, you know, that bluefin, which is what pretty much everybody is focusing on right now. I understand why, but guys, there's so much more to catch. And you know, we have some trips on for the Coronado Islands, and just not gaining any traction whatsoever.
I know, because I know they're not going to either. I don't think.
Bluefin. We want bluefin.
Yeah.
We want bluefin. No, I'm sorry.
But Bill, you can't blame them. I mean,
No,
they
I
see
can't.
these 200-pound bluefin, and then you know, let's go catch some calico bass at the Coronado Islands, and they're like, you know, I want to try to get a trophy. I get it. I'm with you.
My favorite fishing of all time is California calico bass and cod.
Yeah, well,
Be totally honest.
it's
Totally honest with you.
And I would put cod in first place, which drives some people crazy. I love fishing cod.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
love fishing cod, dude.
I love fishing barracuda on the iron. I have to admit.
I like fishing barracuda on the iron
I
too.
do.
And you know what? Barracuda actually tastes good, guys.
Yeah, they do.
That's a myth that it don't.
If we catch one on here, you gotta have somebody
I
cook
had
it up.
some guys. We were fishing the Coronado Islands 10, 11 years ago. This is when we had a jackpot. And we're fishing and we're catching log barracudas, dude. And the only reason why they wanted these barracuda was because of the jackpot.
Oh,
And it made me mad. You know, for a good month straight, we catch 300 barracuda, we come back with 40 or 50 of them.
yeah,
What are we going to do with all this fish?
yeah.
Okay, so I sat down and had a discussion with, you know, my deckhands and stuff, and get rid of the jackpot.
Oh,
And got rid of the jackpot. Guess what? Our fish waste problem disappeared too.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, everybody was just walking away and leaving them if they didn't win the jackpot.
They didn't want the barracuda. Barracuda's nasty. I cut one up. I caught one on the bow, filleted it up, brought it into the galley, and had her cook it on the grill. June cooked it up. 55 toothpicks in the fish. Walk around. Had these guys taste it.
They're like, what is that?
Yeah. Oh, this is good. Yellowtail.
Yeah, right. Wahoo.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's not yellowtail, bro. Yeah, it is. No, that's barracuda, dog.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to taste. Oh, so you thought somebody told you it tastes nasty, so you want nothing to do with it?
No, man, try it.
Yeah, dude. It's anything left in a sack all day is gonna be horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
got to take care of it.
we're a refrigerated fish hold, or RSW, we call it. 32 degrees. That fish is just as firm, and is going to taste just as good as it did when it came out of the ocean.
100%. 100%. And
Yeah.
that makes a huge difference.
Go fishing. Let's go catch some fish.
How did my albacore taste? It still tasted pretty good back in the days when it sat in those sacks, and you know,
Oh, I don't
the
think
guy
people
went around with a
really-
hose once in a
Yeah,
while.
I don't think people really paid attention to it back then.
Yeah,
you know?
I know, man.
You
Nobody
know?
did.
But yeah, I mean the when you pull it out of that fish hold and you touch that meat and it's cold,
Oh God.
your
You know.
deckhands, when they go down to grab that fish out of the thing, and they do that like 50, 60, 70 times, and they come
Hands
up
are
and their
numb.
fingers are blue. Yeah, you know the water's cold.
Yeah. And that's what we call sashimi quality bluefin
Oh, yeah,
tuna,
dude.
which is really expensive
Yeah.
if you go buy it.
I don't know why. But anyway, that's another story.
No question about it. So we have 3 trips with you this year that we're looking forward to. The trips we had with you last year, phenomenal. We had such great fishing, such a good time. I mean, there were so many great stories. Dave Jacob. Now I'll tell you the story, and I guarantee you'll remember it. Dave Jacob actually was my high school student.
I remember him.
He's a cop, and his dad, Buck.
Yeah, I remember
I was
him.
walking by Buck, and I looked at him, and he's 80 years old, I
Yeah.
think. And Buck is like, whoa! And I
Yeah.
go, hey, Bill.
Yep, I
And
do
you
remember
got on
that.
and
We landed that fish, and he set up here. His son pulled on it for a bit too.
yes, exactly.
And he set up here at the end of the trip, or not the end of the trip, but the end of that bite, and was high-fiving me and stuff. I was like, right on.
Yeah, I mean, and those 2 guys, Buck and Dave, they have that. I see that photo all the time. That is a memory that is indelibly etched in both their minds, and that's the great thing about fishing.
To me, fishing is about memories, dude. You know, I mean, whether they be good or bad, you know. I look at my granddaughter back when she was 2 years old.
This one here,
Yeah,
Cassandra?
that one right there. When she was 2 years old, standing on the back of the bait tank up there, holding a dead sardine in her head.
God, Patrick, my son did the same
I'm
thing,
like, yeah,
Cassandra. Were you
okay.
2 in communication in those days? No.
Yeah, I'm like, I can see her maybe running this business
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
day. After she
You mean
gets,
with a captain's license?
after
Yeah.
she gets her degree in marine biology.
Yeah.
So she has something to fall back on.
You got to jump through those hoops first, right? Just
You
in
know.
case you don't like running a fishing boat, you got a degree
Yeah.
and you can fall back on it, right?
Yep. And my granddaughter Tiana came out with her dad last year, or year before last, and she didn't like it all that great. And she got sick, seasick wise. But to have her maybe come out here and run this thing one day, I'd be good with that.
If I'm still alive, I'll come out and fish with you. All right, compare and contrast what we're seeing this year to last year. Is it similar? Is it completely different? Is it exactly the same? What is it? Are we looking at a similar year, in other words?
I think it's gonna be similar.
Yeah.
I think that stuff that bluefin where it's at right now is gonna squirt out the La Jolla Canyon. It'll probably wind up there in Clemente, backside of Clemente, Tanner, someplace like that.
It's going to follow that same path. probably.
I
Yeah.
think so. I mean, because I remember last year, it's set up there off of that 4 1/4 and up outside, in and outside the 302, for a few weeks. I found this fish on Saturdays. Guys have been fishing it every day since then. So I mean, who knows what's going to happen when we get out of tomorrow? I hope it bites. We're going to go out there and give it our best shot.
Yeah.
We hook 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hopefully hook 32 of them again.
Yeah.
And land all 32
Oh,
of them.
that would
That'd
be
be
great.
sick, dude.
That would be great.
That would be way cool. I heard that there's some smaller fish now in the mix as well.
I've heard the same thing. In
Which-
fact, I heard it kind of switched over to the small grade yesterday.
And that's
small
fine.
grade, 80 to 100
Yeah,
pounds.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Well, where'd all that big fish go? I bet you that big fish started squirting up
It probably did, right?
and out.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a little windy tomorrow, so I don't think we'll be going outside of the 20 line looking for fish.
Yeah.
But who knows? And we'll get out there in the morning, we'll see what our weather condition looks like, and then go from there.
God almighty, the wind this year. You guys have not had it that bad, but you go up north there. Those poor guys up there in the Channel Islands have been getting shellacked all year long.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, it's been absolutely gorgeous all week, and then Thursday comes around and wind starts to pick up.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
because
know.
you're doing your family trip,
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Part of the game, man.
It is.
Part
and
of the game.
sometimes when that happens, you think, oh my God, this is not going to be a good trip. And all of a sudden, man, even with the wind, you have this magnificent trip, and it's such a great
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a wonderful surprise.
They're calling for, I think, 10 knots of breeze tomorrow with 2 to 4 foot and mixed swell. So, I mean, it's still far enough apart to where I don't think it's going to affect anything we do, in that sense. So we're going to go fishing. All my guys are looking forward to it. When she found out that we weren't going to be able to 2 days, she got all bummed. saw you see the look on her face.
I can see it right now.
One of my guys.
Don't take it
sent
out on me. I didn't have anything to do with it, Cassandra.
One of my guys sent me a text message. He says, "Oh, I feel like a kid just dropped his ice cream." I started laughing. And then, well, let's just do it on Malahini. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, right. You guys will have a great trip.
glad
You're
it's
going
fun.
2 days or just one?
Oh, just one.
You're doing like 6 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave here 5:30, 5:45, get back when we get back.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows when, right?
I don't want to be out past 7:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna go fishing.
That is awesome. Bill, one question I get all the time is, do I need a passport? When I'm fishing on a boat in Mexican waters, do I need a passport? Maybe you could address that with everybody.
If passports are required, you will know in advance. Typically, rule of thumb, if we're fishing inside 12 miles, a passport is required. Outside of 12 miles, a passport is not required. If you're fishing anywhere in Mexico, you will need a Mexican fishing permit, though.
Yes. So when you say within 12 miles, that also includes islands, correct?
That also includes any Mexican landmass
Yeah.
that is above the water.
Yeah. So the coast, Coronado Islands, Todos Santos Islands,
Todos Santos, Guadalupe,
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Within 12 miles of any landmass, you need a Mexican tourist visa, and in order to get a Mexican tourist visa, you have to have a passport.
Right. You guys are more than likely, however, you never know. I mean, the islands could just go crazy, and then you'd be on there. But more than likely, you're going to be offshore from here on,
Still
right?
speaking, yeah, unfortunately, but I mean, it is what it is. You talk about the Coronado Islands, the diversity of fishing there is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I figure come about July, middle of July, people are going to stop wanting to go offshore and chase bluefin. They're going to want to look and do something different. If you look at our website, which is malahinisportfishing.com, you'll see that, we have some island trips up. I'm not going to take them down until a week before, the scheduled trip. If I need a minimum of 10 people in order for this boat to get off the dock. Bottom line, I am not going to run with 1s, 2s, 3s, 5s, and 7s. And I'm going to be real with you, with $5.65 a gallon.
Ouch.
At the fuel dock right now.
Yeah.
That's suicide.
Financial suicide.
Yeah, that's suicide financially. And I can't afford to do that. Give me 10 people at the ticket price, we go fishing. 10 or more. That's all I ask for. You want to fish the Coronado Islands, get 10 of your buddies together. You want to fish offshore and we don't have anything going on, get 10 of your buddies together. Give me a call. We get 10, we're going to go fishing regardless. Just a word, just to put it out there.
How is this fuel situation affecting the fleet down there? It's brutal, isn't it?
It's horrible, dude.
Yeah. What were you paying for fuel last year, and you're paying $5.65?
I put 451 gallons of fuel in this boat on Tuesday.
That cost you $2,500.
It cost
at
me
least,
$2,581.
Right? Yeah. Jeez.
Last year, the same time, 451 gallons cost me $1,900.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's part of it's.
Yeah, you can't.
It's all relevant.
Right. You can't change it, right?
It's all relevant.
Oh
no, we can change it.
Well, go ahead. How?
I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, go ahead.
This is not political. This is not political.
Do you want me to pursue what you're saying, or let it go?
No.
Or you're pointing your finger at the present administration, obviously.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead and say it, Bill. All these guys are thinking the same way. You know
I don't know.
Well,
if the shoe fits, wear it.
I think I figured out how you're going to vote. It's bad, I'll tell you.
It's horrible, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It is horrible.
And you don't see anything like being done to assuage this at all, right?
Why are we still charging people? Let me shut up.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going there.
I think you should. Let it all hang out. Make this podcast one that just goes viral.
I'm not going there.
All right, we'll switch to another topic because I did want to talk to you about. You've mentioned that maybe there'll be something other than bluefin tuna. So do you think they're still? So here, let me tell you my latest intel that I have. Models are starting to say it's going to warm up a little bit more than they originally thought. However, the big scientists, and that's another thing you could, the science. That's a whole nother thing. But they're saying, no, I think they're leaning more toward this. That's a temporary thing. It's going to be La Nina. It's going to be cooler water. So, that's why I come up with the albacore too. And some other stuff. But do you think, will we see, there's been yellows on the kelps already, right?
Yeah, we're seeing yellowtail on the kelps. It's not biting all that great yet.
But, I mean, that's pretty early. I mean, not that early, but that bodes well for more and more yellows to pop up here, right?
Yeah, it does indeed. Indeed.
Like when you're talking July, August, September.
You figure you start to see that yellowtail about the first, second week of March on kelps. Nobody's out there fishing it. They're all trying to catch yellowtail at the islands. We had a couple good days this year at the islands, but when this bluefin showed up, well, it never left. But when this bluefin started biting the way it started biting.
It never left? Is that true?
Yeah, it never went anywhere.
Wow.
It never went anywhere.
It was camped out here the whole winter.
I'm willing to bet you $100.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet you $100.
Yeah.
And when it started biting and guys went out starting to look for it, yeah, it showed up.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it ever went anywhere. I know for a fact that backside of Clemente, a place called Gasoline Alley, there's bluefin there year round. Volkswagens jumping out the water.
Really?
Yeah, where the U.S. Navy goes out and does their fueling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that's in the Navy. Says he sees them out there all the time.
Oh, sure. You got some intel.
Year round.
Really?
Yeah.
Gasoline Alley. Where is that? It's on the backside?
Backside of Clemente. It's 22 to 24 miles off the island. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just where it's a refueling area for Navy ships.
Gotcha.
You just call it Gasoline Alley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he says he sees it there all the time. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let's go out there and catch one. Yeah, well, Kurt. But yeah, I don't believe it's left. I really don't. And then you figure they start looking for it in March, April. Okay, they're starting to see it. Then you have 2 and 3 boats now do it, 4 and 5 boats now do it, 6 or 7 boats now do it. Next thing you know, you got the whole fleet chasing bluefin tuna. You got your guys that are fishing the Coronado Islands in March, April, and then the yellowtail don't show up. They see these overnight guys, these day and a half guys and things like that, and then the multi-day guys, catching bluefin tuna. So they need to do something in order to get people on the boat.
Yeah.
So let's go offshore and look for bluefin tuna. So now the one-day guys are involved in that. There goes the trips to the Coronado Islands.
Yeah.
Everybody's sucked into, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing in town that's biting.
Not necessarily true, right?
It's not the only thing in town.
Right.
It's the only thing in town that everybody's focused on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I'm again. We ran trips in January, February, and March in between our school trips. We ran trips to go cod fishing, to do this, to do that, to do this. We ran some half-day trips to go catch calico bass, to go cod fishing. I like to fish. I don't care what it is I'm catching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that regards. Like I said, my favorite two are cod and calico bass.
Yeah.
We want to go chase bluefin, let's go chase bluefin. That's what's going to get people on the boat, and that's what I have to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me personally, if I were going to get on a boat, bluefin fishing is the last thing in my mind I'd want to do.
Why is that?
Oh, it's just too much work, dude.
You mean when you hook them and then you got to deal with them?
It's just too much work. Yeah, it's just too much work. Dude, not last Saturday, the day we went, that Monday, we went 0 for 9.
Yeah.
I hooked 2 on a sinker rig. Soon as I got bit, got 2 cranks on it, here you go.
Now,
Somebody get on that guy. Somebody get on that guy. Sir, let me see your rod. Dropped it down. As soon as I got bit, 2 cranks. Here you go. Somebody get on that guy.
Yeah,
I want nothing. I want nothing to do with nothing that big. I really don't.
That's funny. So you mean like tomorrow when you're out with the family? Do you fish?
Oh
Or
yeah, I'll fish. As soon as I hook up, guess what?
Somebody's getting.
Hey, here. I want nothing to do with it, man. Nothing at all.
There is something to be said about hooking fish and how exciting and fun it is, and then it becomes a pain in the neck after that.
Yeah,
right?
to me, honestly, when you get that yellowtail on bait run,
Yeah.
and you watch that spool and that line's
Yeah.
peeling off at 900
there's
miles
nothing
an hour,
like that.
and you engage that reel and you set that hook and that fit line's still pulling off. Here,
Right. Here, you take
I'm
the pain
done.
in the neck part.
That's the best part.
I know.
That run, that hook set, all yours, brother.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember one trip we're a charter straight rent rods, and this was last year. We're the only 5 days of yellowfin fishing I think this boat had.
Yeah. This is last year?
Yeah, last year. We're just south of the 371. Peyton Freeman, my deckhand, we're sitting there, we're looking for kelp patties, and he spots a single turn, picking in the water. Single turn, picking in the water. And I looked at him, he goes, I got a bird working. I said, a bird? He goes, yeah, a bird. Pick up the binos and I glance over that direction, and I see a shiner as big as my boat.
A shiner for novice anglers is,
Oh, it's just fish laying up on the sun, up on the surface, just sunning themselves for the most part.
and
if
it
you will.
shines actually,
And
right?
it shines, yeah.
Yeah.
You see the silver. The sun reflects off the silver of their underbelly. Basically, is what happens.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, Peyton, you see the shiner underneath the bird? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, pay real close attention to the bird and look at the water. He goes, oh, yeah, I see it. I said, okay, cool. Now you know what a shiner is, right? He started laughing, and we get over there, and it sunk out. And then there was a jumper, same area, jumper, another jumper, and I turned toward it, and all of a sudden, I bring my tilt up to like -2 degrees, and then just the whole screen just. I tell him start throwing bait. We get a jig strike. I stop the boat, spin the boat sideways, just straight skipjack. Straight skipjack, straight skipjack, straight skipjack. So I tell him to back the bait off. He backs the bait off. We hook a yellowfin. Then we hook another yellowfin. Then we hook another yellowfin. And I go to the back of the boat, and I see a rental rod sitting there, and I grab it. I pin on the bait. I cast it out. Get bit immediately. Hand the rod off. Tell the guy that's getting the bait, give me your rod. Pin on the bait. Bit immediately. Hand it off. Did it like 20 times.
Wow.
Dude. It was crazy.
That's fun.
It was crazy.
What grade of fish was that?
30 to 50 pound.
Oh, those are nice.
30 to 50 pound yellowfin tunas.
Wow, those are nice.
We
man.
wound up with 68 of them things.
Wow, I'd love to see that
Oh,
pop in
dude,
here
it
again.
was fun. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was fun.
when was that? August?
August.
Yeah, right? As I remember.
Yeah, everybody was fishing an area, and it was just too crowded with 9, 10 sport boats and 35, 40 skiffs, racing around. Let's go this way. And he saw the bird, so we went that direction. It was cool.
That's
It
awesome.
was
So you
cool,
got off
man.
by yourself and got that
Yeah.
stop?
Yeah, it was cool. Ray came down toward me, and he pinned one off just up swelling me. And I think the Mission Bell came down as well. He pinned one off down swelling me. So it was there, a large volume of fish that day. But we only had like 3 or 4 days of that good yellowfin
Yeah, I
fishing.
remember that.
It wasn't like last year or year before last, or it wasn't like, and Dorado fishing was pretty much non-existent as well.
Yeah.
And
And when you get that in August, you think, wow, September, maybe even
Yeah.
October are going to be great.
Yeah.
And then Mother Nature says,
that Bluefin took over again.
yeah.
Everybody started focusing on bluefin again. I don't know. To me, bluefin fishing is awesome. To have an opportunity to catch a fish of a lifetime,
You got to feel
a
blessed.
big one like that, most
Yeah.
definitely. But
You sound like you're over it.
bluefin fishing to me it's. I'm not going to say it's hard.
Hard
'cause
on the
it's
crew?
not,
or?
no, it's not hard in that sense. It's hard in the sense that you'll see thousands of them.
Oh, yeah.
You see thousands of them jumping out the water, eating all the bait that you throw, but they won't bite a hook.
Drive you crazy.
Oh man,
I know. It's
yellowfin, one and done.
Yeah, right.
Dorado, one and done.
Albacore.
You know what I mean? In the sense, one and done.
Yeah.
You know that bluefin, man, that's crazy.
I know, man. They're acting like bluefin.
Yeah, I understand it. You know, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Do you remember? I remember being on the Searcher in the late '70s, maybe early '80s, where you'd get bluefin and albacore would mix together, and guys on the boat would always say, "Oh, the albacore are acting like bluefin." It's almost like they adopted their
behavior.
Style, right?
Yeah.
Their behavior.
Yeah.
Because
crazy,
the albacore
dude.
became finicky, and then guys would go, "They're acting like bluefin."
It is crazy.
It's
It is
weird,
very,
huh?
very crazy. But you know, in short, fishing is fishing. Fishing is fishing. You know, I tell people sometimes, you know, some days we're fishermen, some days we're catchermen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, today we were fishermen.
Exactly.
We didn't catch a whole lot, but I sincerely hope you guys had a great time.
Got out on the water. I always
You know?
have a good time.
That's what it's about, man. I mean, it's about getting away with your family, getting away with your friends. You know, not worrying about the job for a day. You know, not stressing about the problems of your life for the day.
Yeah, right.
But
Focused on
going
catching
out
a
there-
fish or having a good time.
Not even focused on catching a fish, just going out there to have a good time.
Yeah,
You know, to me, catching a fish is a byproduct of having a great time.
I agree. I agree.
And that's how I look at life. You know, I used to go out there, and if we don't have limits, I'm not happy. If we don't have limits, I'm not happy. If we don't catch fish, I'm not happy. Limits would be a bonus.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I go out to catch fish, not to catch limits. That's how I look at it.
yeah. I agree with you. And just a moment ago, a part of the fishing game that I like so much, when you were painting that scenario about Peyton seeing the bird, and then you seeing the shiner, and then you rolling over and there's a jumper, that anticipation that accompanies seeing all of that stuff. Like, are we going to get bit? Is there a big jet? We're
yeah.
rolling up on a big one. Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
The hair on my arm stands
yeah,
up
dude.
just talking about that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And whether
It's
they do
crazy.
bite or not, Bill, it's that anticipation about the whole thing that is so cool.
I agree with that 100%. You see a shiner, hopefully we catch one.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully we catch one. Because typically if the fish is shining, it's not biting. Bluefin anyways. Yellowfin is a different story.
yeah.
It's not biting. You'll throw bait. You'll park in the middle of them. You'll see them swim. Oh, they're going to swim underneath the boat, come up the side, swim around the boat, come back around again. Hello, yeah, we're here. Oh, we're going to eat all the bait you're throwing, but we don't want anything that's got a hook in its mouth. It's funny, dude.
It'd drive you crazy.
Oh,
right?
dude, absolutely nuts. But you know what? You're right. I hope we catch, if we you know, and I feel that way whether I'm running this boat or if I'm fishing, you know, on another boat by myself, you know, or with my grandbaby or with friends. I go out to have a good time. And if I catch something, I catch something. You know, I told you about the 5-day I went on.
Yeah.
5 days, didn't catch anything, but I had such a blast.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the camaraderie of the group that I was with, the conversations, you know, the life lessons you learn from talking to people.
Yeah.
You know, when fishing is, the catching part of your day is slow.
Yeah.
You know, the conversations that you pick up on or you get involved with meeting somebody other than yourself. You know, it's way cool, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is way cool.
That's when you have that attitude that you have, though, where you're going to make the best of this day no matter what happens, whether we catch fish or not. And if it comes down to an interesting conversation where you learn something, what the heck? Life could be worse.
God allows me to get up out of my bed every day to do something I absolutely love to do. I can't ask for much more than that in life, man.
That's true. That's true. And you say God allows you to get out of bed to do something you absolutely love to do. Have you lost any of the passion? or is it still as strong
No,
as it ever was?
It's still as strong as it ever was.
Yeah, you still love
Yeah.
that whole thing about getting up early in the morning and
No,
doing it
I
again.
don't like getting up early in the morning. I ain't gonna lie. That is the hardest part of my day.
Is it?
That is the hard. Oh, that alarm clock goes off at what? 3:45, quarter to 4, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I lay there in bed in the morning. I'll grab my phone. I'll turn my Bible app on, and I'll have a quiet time. Quiet time just means I'm spending time with God before I get out of my rack.
Yeah.
That's all that means. After I get out of my rack, go do what I got to do, get dressed, hop in my car, come down to the boat, get the passengers on the boat, give my speech, tell them where all our life-saving equipment is, go to the bait receivers. We get our bait. From the time we leave the bait receivers till we get to SD1, my crew knows not to bother me.
Oh, really?
I spend in time with God.
Yeah.
After we get to SD1, game on. You know,
You're centered. You're ready to go.
I'm focused. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm grounded.
Yeah.
I feel really, really good. You know, I ask God to get us away from the dock and back to the dock safely. And if He sees fit, allow us to catch fish.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
That's what I do. A lot of people trip out when I say that. You know, when I have conversations, they'll come upstairs. What are you doing? Praying to God for a good day. Bottom line. Anything after that is bonus, man.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are shy about showing their religion to other people or showing their belief in God, but you
I'm
absolutely are not.
I'm not asking anybody to join my bandwagon or
Yeah, I've
jump
never
on
heard
a
you do
thing,
that.
anything
Yeah.
like that. But if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I believe.
Yeah, I
You
totally.
know, we can choose to disagree. I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm good with that.
You
too.
know,
Yeah.
and I figure at the end of the day, I got to answer to God for what I've done. I'd rather live my life believing that there is a God than die to find out there isn't, than to live my life believing that there is no God, than to die and stand before Him.
Yeah, then you're in big
Bottom
trouble.
line. Bottom line. That's all.
So, do you remember this scene that played out on the Malahini from last year? There was a crazy guy sitting behind you. You were driving the boat, and somebody was singing the national anthem over and over
Yeah,
and over.
I do.
And you turned around and you said, I never realized you were that patriotic.
I do indeed.
Who was that crazy guy?
This guy right here. That was kind of cool.
I was
Actually.
practicing because the next day I was going down to Baja,
Mexico,
California.
yeah, you were doing singing
going to
the
Mexico
for a bullfight or something.
A polo match.
Yeah, polo match.
Polo
That's
match
right. I
at
do remember
Cocina
that.
Elena in Valle de Guadalupe, and I pulled it off. But
Amen.
oh my God, when we got there, the guy, my friend down there in Mexico, he was introducing me to all of these Mexicans and saying, "This is the man that's going to sing the national anthem." I'm like, hey everybody, I've got a decent voice, but I'm not a singer, so don't get your hopes up.
That's funny.
And so I got to, and the problem was when I shoot a video with you, I'm out there yelling and screaming because I'm excited, and so my voice was hoarse. So I'm like drinking lemon tea and trying to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I pulled it off. It wasn't the best, and the Mexicans that were there, they were so kind because it wasn't that great, but they all stood up, applauded, and it made me proud to be, singing the national anthem on foreign soil.
Right.
That was a thrill. And so that was a great moment for me. And then the guy that sang the Mexican national anthem, he was like some basso profundo opera singer that sounded,
Isn't that awesome?
Beautiful. So that was a funny thing.
I'd like to send a plug out too
Do it.
for
Plug
our guys that are in recovery. Real quick, June 22nd.
Is that Greg's trip?
Yeah, that's Greg's trip.
Did you see his podcast?
No, I did not
I'll
see
send
his
it
podcast.
to you. He did a
yeah.
great job, and we talked all about you.
I would love to have some more people get involved with that. It is a sober fishing trip for the most part.
What does that mean? For the most part, you can sneak in the restroom.
No,
and take
I
a
mean
shot?
it is a sober trip.
Yeah, right.
There's no alcohol. No alcohol will be served on that trip. Basically, is what's going to happen. He's chartered the boat, and I think we have like 15 or 16. We're looking for some more guys that want to join us. You know, if you're in recovery, even if you're not in recovery, and just want to go hang out with guys in a sober environment, dude, come on down and get on the boat. That's June 22nd. I'll try and get more information. What was the name of the thing? Something.
I'll put it in the
Yeah.
in the description of the podcast.
That'll work.
And I'll put a link to the podcast that he did with me on this whole trip on the trips that are coming up on the Malahini.
And
so
I
you
think
can look for it there.
Yeah, I think he's doing 3 of those trips. And guys, it's a great opportunity to come out and socialize, you know, with other people who are in recovery.
Yeah, it'll be a great
You
time.
know?
And if you watch that podcast, he was very, very good. He was fun. He was funny. I mean, it makes the point that this is not going to be some trip where everybody's sitting around. And guys that are not drinking doesn't mean they're not fun.
No,
they're
not
fun
at all,
too.
dude. Not at all. I can tell you this. I noticed when I stopped drinking, I lost all my friends.
Oh yeah, you have to get away from
Because
those friends.
I was no longer fun to be around.
For them.
And you know, I look at that. That's just like with my walk with God. I lost a lot of friends. And I came to the conclusion in my mind that I did nothing wrong. They are feeling convicted because of my actions.
Yeah.
Because I don't act that way anymore. I
Right.
don't do this.
Yes.
And because I don't do this or do that, they attribute it to me not being a fun guy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's kinda crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just as crazy as I was. I'm more mellower now.
I will attest to that, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's all about having a good time. But I can do it in a normal way.
Yes. You don't need to be jacked up on 14 tequila shooters.
No,
and
not at
12
all.
beers, right.
Not at all. And it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Hey, you made reference a moment ago to kids trips. You're finishing up your kids trips. What do you do with the kids? I think people would like to know.
Okay,
Because it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's a blast, dude.
Yeah.
It is a blast. Our kids' trips start January 1st, and they typically end May 31st. I have one more trip, which is a Palmer, which I won't go into, but it's another kids' trip. It's just done a little differently, and that's on May 8th. What happens is...
You mean June 8th?
Yeah, June 8th.
Yeah.
What happens is San Diego County City Schools, Poway School District, Sweetwater School District, Chula Vista School District, and we're trying to get some other schools involved, like Title I schools and things like that, to they'll spend a week doing a marine biology class, and at the end of that week, or at the end of that lesson in school, they come out and get on either the Malahini or the Ocean Odyssey, who does these with me, and we'll go do a field trip. We'll drive out to Harbor Island, North Island, or someplace like that. We have a net that will drop down into the water and drag behind the boat for about a mile and a half. We pull the contents of that net up, put that into buckets. We have an instructor for this boat. Her name is Maggie McDaniels, and she's a marine biologist. She goes up to the bow. She explains to all the children, you know, well, this is a sand bass, this is a stingray, this is a navinac, this is a
midshipman
or whatever it is we caught.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Does the net drag near the bottom?
Yeah.
It drags through the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So you're getting all
you
kinds
have
of weird
floats
stuff.
on top,
Yeah.
which will float through the water column. There's chain on the bottom. It drags it through the bottom. And then we head over to the bait receivers. We'll tie up there. And then she continues her class. And after she's done with her class, they take about a 20-minute break for their snack or lunch or whatever it is they're going to have. And in that time, we set up a tide and current station, which we have the kids identify which direction the wind is coming from.
That's great.
Which direction the current is going in or out.
Now that's what I call a field trip.
Yeah, as far as the bay goes, testing the water color, and what's the fourth one? There's one more thing there. The depth of the water at the particular place we're at. That's one station. We have a mud station where we'll go down with this thing called a mud grabber. We call it Jaws. It drop it down to the bottom, and then we have this about 10-ounce weight on a rope. We slide it down, and it closes. These things close, grabs the mud. We bring it up, put it into a bucket. We have a petting station. All the animals that we caught in the net, we'll take and we'll put them in the bait tank.
Yeah.
So there's a stingray, we'll actually cut his barb off so kids can fill them.
You don't have them petting
The
sculpin
bass.
or anything like that, right?
No, not even close. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then we have a plankton station, which we'll set up on the bow on either side of the boat, where I'll actually talk to the kids about, whales. They learn about whales. They learn about geography. They learn about the food sources that these whales eat.
Krill and it depends upon what kind of whale.
Yeah, krill, plankton, phyto, and zooplankton. And it's kind of cool the way they get to figure this stuff out on their own. I give them hints, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll actually drop a net down. Everybody gets an opportunity to pull a plankton net. We'll take that sample, put it into a cup, come into the galley. We have a microscope set up, and they can look at actually what they caught in the sample.
That's fantastic.
Dude, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot over. I've been doing it now with the Ocean Odyssey for 3 years now, and I've learned a lot.
Do you like doing those trips?
Oh, I get a kick out of them, dude.
That's great.
I get a kick out of them.
And it keeps you busy in the wintertime, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these guys are tied up in January.
Yeah, it does.
That's a nice gig, right?
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Also, them kids are probably going to be our next.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can get them out them Xboxes and them PlayStations.
Oh my God, is that a problem?
And their phones.
Captain Bill is looking at his granddaughter, Cassandra, who put her phone down immediately.
Get them out their phones
nice
and
move
get them
there.
It's about. Dude, I remember being a kid, man. And I had to come home when the street lamps came on.
Yeah, me too. Like, go do something. Get out of here.
Get up in the morning at 7 o'clock, clean my room. My room is clean. Go downstairs and have breakfast. Be out the house by 9:30. Be back at the house by 6 o'clock that evening.
Yeah.
Just running amok.
Yeah.
Not running amok in a sense, but just never was
screwing
never
around, learning things, right?
Street light comes on, you have to be in the front yard.
Yeah.
You can't do that now. Too many crazies out here,
I
man.
know. Where did you grow up?
All over.
Because you're
all over.
Your father was in the military, right? Yeah.
I'd say all over.
Okay.
I guess my teen years, San Diego, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot to ask you. You're talking about dragging the nets, and what's the most unusual creature they've ever popped up with? Have you ever, like a mermaid or anything
about
like that?
A 12-pound sea hare.
A sea hare? What is that? I could use some of that. Right?
Don't you
dare laugh, Cassandra.
They live about a year. They eat algae.
They live 1 year?
They live about a year.
Okay.
They get up to about 30 pounds.
And what do they look like? I'm going to have to find one and put it in here. Oh,
a big old slug.
Yeah, and did they let the kids pet that?
Oh yeah, you can pet it.
That must have been cool.
Purple. They're yellow. They're brown. And I've seen a white one. I've seen 4 different types.
I'm guessing that's
4 different colors.
Hare, sea hare?
Yes,
Yeah.
sea hare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
You ever seen anything else that you remember that's wild? Or
We caught about a 5-foot angel shark
wow.
in the net. That was kind of cool. Did you know that those angel sharks, on the tips of their wings, they have little spines?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I touched it.
Ooh. Did you get
Won't do that again.
it hurt?
Oh, it did not hurt, but it's
Were you bleeding? A little bit?
no, but you know you could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, oh my God, that was crazy. That was kind of crazy. That was probably we caught seahorses.
oh shoot,
2
that's
years
cool.
ago. Yeah, there's a sea hare right there.
Oh shoot. Thank you. Okay, that's very cool. People might be able to, yeah, they can see that for sure.
Yeah, big slug.
Sea hare. Thank you, Cassandra.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's. I dig what I do, man. I really do.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
So now, are you fishing? Are you done? You got one more kid
We
trip,
have
and now
one kid trip at 5 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning, and then that's on the 8th, and then we start fishing full steam, the 9th through the end of the year.
Okay, and do you have open party trips? Can people get on open party trips?
You guys want to make a trip with us, and you don't see us on H&M Landing's website? Go to malihinisportfishing.com. Click on the Book Now tab. It will take you to virtuallanding.com, which is the booking website. If anybody has any issues booking at all, please call me 844-619-3474, and I can walk you through it. It's really easy, but it's important, you know, trying to get the word out to people that, you know, we're still here after 4 years is still been difficult. I have passengers get on a boat now. Granted, you know, our business has picked up 25% every year over year.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to God for that.
Yeah, you're booked up,
You
aren't
know,
you?
and our charter business has taken off. Coral Inc., love you guys. Mossy Toyota, love you guys. You know, PA Construction, love you guys.
These are guys that all charter with you regularly?
Yeah, 2 and 3 times a year. I love it, man. It just, and I think it's a testament to how we do business here.
Yeah, of course. That's
You know,
why we come
if
back
you're
3
not-
times a year.
Phil,
Yeah, thank you.
Friedman Adventures,
I was about to break into
love
tears.
you guys. You know, and I mean, it's. Well, honestly, you guys are a big part of why we are successful. You know, trying to get us out there after the landing pulled our run really hurt us.
Yeah.
You know, because I never realized how much I relied on the landing to book my business.
Yeah.
It was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
You know, a huge mistake.
A huge mistake relying on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge mistake.
Uh-huh. Because I'm just guessing this would apply to anything in life. You gave them too much control over your future,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of grabbing,
And you know, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. I was the open party boat. You know, it's a give me. My mentality, it's a give me. It's good. They got this. They got this. They got this. They got this.
Yeah, right.
Nah, man. It don't work like that. You know, I have no hate, no ill resentment or anything for how it went down or what happened. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but it did teach me a very valuable lesson, Phil.
Yeah.
You're going to get out of what you get out of your business if you put what you need to put into your business.
Yes. Yes.
You know, marketing for this business is almost it's a pretty penny.
Yeah. Oh,
Every
heck
year
yeah.
now.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
It is a pretty penny, but it's got to be done.
Right. You got to get the
You know,
word out there.
the minute you stop marketing, you basically fall off the face of the earth.
You do. People have way too many choices out there. And
Yeah,
you
and
got to
it's
put
crazy.
yourself in front of them.
In my face, I'm here. Come on, let's go fishing. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not. You're deadly serious. What are you talking about?
But it's got to be fun, man. It's got to be fun.
And I think that is becoming crystal clear to everybody who's watching this right now. You're a fun guy to fish with. I enjoy my time on here.
Hey, man, I'm a clown, okay? But I'm a serious clown, if that makes sense. When it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work. I mean, it's about it's about enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
In life, period. I mean, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, why are you doing it?
I agree.
Bottom line.
Somebody said to me the other day, I do these morning briefing updates every morning. Some guy said, who was that? I can't remember who it was, but he goes, how long do you think you can keep that up? And I looked at him, I said, you know what? I'm freaking enjoying this. I'm having so much fun being back in the game, you know, maybe it was God that brought me back from China, because I would still be there teaching and still doing it if it wasn't for COVID and wasn't for, and I'm enjoying it. And, you know, how long can I keep that up? Well, I went and I saw Top Gun the other day. I saw the movie. And it made me think about the soldiers who've been in battles, who were in these horrible battles, or just, and the suffering and what they went through. How long can I walk out on a beautiful beach and talk about something I really love? Probably every single day the rest of my life. It's not that hard.
I saw your briefing 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was jealous because you're sitting there on the beach. I was like, oh man, that looks like so much fun.
Right? Exactly. I'm not trying
I could do that.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kid anybody.
Yeah,
I enjoy it, man. It's fun. All right. Anything else you want to say to everybody out there?
No.
You want to give the website one more time? Phone numbers? Let's make sure everybody can get in contact
guys,
with you.
If you ever decide you want to go fishing with the Malihini and fish with Captain Bill and the crew of the Malihini, you can go to malihinisportfishing.com. That's MALIHINI sportfishing, one word, .com. Click on the Book Now tab, make your reservation. We have some trips that are slated through H&M Landing as well. You can go to their website and just click on the Malihini or look at the schedules that way. If you want to follow the adventures of Malihini Sport Fishing, that's facebook.com/Malihini Sport Fishing. We keep it real. I post good, bad, indifferent. If fishing sucks, I'm going to tell you that fishing sucked today. If fishing was good today, I'm going to tell you that fishing was good today. You know, I'm as honest as I can be. Straightforward. Don't play any games. If you're looking for a good boat to go fish, come check out me and the crew. I think you'll be surprised and enjoy yourself. And once again, malihinisportfishing.com, area code 844-619-FISH. And if you're really good to me, you'll get a business card. No, I'm joking. Look forward to fishing with you guys.
Bill, what the heck does Malahini mean?
Newcomer.
It does?
Means newcomer.
Oh, I like that.
It is Hawaiian for newcomer.
That's perfect, right?
I'm a newcomer every day I come down here.
Bill, always a pleasure.
Likewise, Phil.
Cassandra, thank you. Jump in here with your grandpa, sweetheart. Cassandra, thanks for all your help, and I want a prediction out of you right now.
Okay.
Who will catch the biggest fish tomorrow, your grandpa or you?
Probably me.
I'm betting on Cassandra. All right.
Yeah, it probably will be her, to tell you the truth about the fact.
You guys are lovely. Thanks for being part of the show today. Bill, once again, love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on board the Malahini.
Peace out.